922, 15, 16, 15, 17. See it again? Again, it's there. What does that tell you? Is it again? Joined pieces, look. That one may have 8. I don't know if you can make it out. Yeah, you can see it very nice on the video. So there's a middle one there. See the middle one? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So this is the Quran. That is at 13, 1400s. This is something that they had. Okay. And interesting here, you have a star. You have star, star, star right there. You know what's interesting is, I think on the camera, it's like this kind of medieval Celtic kind of thing. It always has a border. It's like your old European stuff they have. It's like knots around it. I really do wonder. There's just like a big snake, you know, it's around here, just moving around with. This is your map. It's got it right there. This is supposed to be fi lawh mahfuz. Why is this yaf? Do you really think somebody with lots of money that made all this and would have a mistake like that? Yaf. This is purposely done. Green book, right? And just selection of surahs from the Quran, not the Quran. Selection of surahs. Okay, that's probably what they give us. Okay. 362. First thing I did. Oh, vêtements complets et les pantalons nuit. The advertisement here in the Quran for jeans, for pants, and clothing. 1802, 18th century. Is it 1802? I don't know, 18th century, so that would have to be 1700s then. Alright, let's get into the book. Why the red, black, and white again? Yes. So every Quran has to have red, black, and white, like the red letter Bible. Every single one, because all the old Bibles, they have this thing, but they're printed. These ones, they didn't. You tell me they didn't have printers to print Qurans back then? This is a sloppy Quran. Nobody is gonna read this for Ramadan. Nobody's gonna read this in the mosque. Nobody can. Look, all of the diacritics are gone. All of them. I can't even tell the skeleton text yet. Since it's Arabic, let's start from here. Rayon. There's like ads. Put ads for clothing in this, really. Did they take out the actual book and they just stuffed in someone's like little thing there? This is selections from surahs from the Quran. Are you kidding me? This looks like Aramaic at this point. It's like Elvish. All right, so this one is interesting because it's like a nashr. This is a book about the Qira'at. It's supposed to be by an author who lived in 1350, 1429. Clearly that is very hard to believe. You're talking about like 600 years, like half the time they said the Prophet was around. It's just interesting too, because you see, this one, I thought it was, I mean, I didn't think it was the Fatiha, but it kind of reads like the same way that scholars talk right now, right? Like you have, Alhamdulillah, alladhi alama al-insan ma lam ya'lam wa ashhadu anna la ilaha illallah wa ashhadu anna Muhammad abadahu wa rasuluhu min ulama wa ma'allama sallallahu alayhi wa ala alihi wa sahbihi. So it's interesting here, you have some names for what we would call the, we would call the Qurans today, right? Let's see, there's Hafs, right? Asim is in there, the teacher of Hafs, right? Let's see, Khalaf, Khalad, those ones you'll never see. Al-Kisa'i, that's the one that in the Rashidun Caliphate. They said Kaaba is under the North Star. Abu al-Harith. Let's see. I wonder if we can find a warsh in here. Let's see. Let's see. Is that Duri? Ad-Duri. Yeah, Ad-Duri. And Tariq. Al-Ka'im. I don't know. Shouldn't warsh be in here? Maybe they didn't call him that. Here's al-Sha' Qala. Is this Sha'ba? Yeah, maybe this is. It's just very interesting because I think there are. Let me see here. You see how Allah spelled right there? They have the whole La ilaha. Interesting. There's no dagger alif here like you would expect for ilaha. There's not even a hamza there that you would expect for ilaha. And that is very striking because you could argue they didn't need that. Or you could argue that this was made by people who didn't really care. They just wanted the evidence there that people could look back later and say, hey, look, Muslims like, you know, Ibn al-Jazari, right, actually believed in the 10 qira'at, right? So this is supposed to be dated to around 1700. You might be asking, why would it be by an author from 1429? Where's the original? That's the thing. I mean, I find it interesting though that the way they spell Allah, like here, right? Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wasallam, right? This is just teaching you how they came up with the system for Muslims here. There is no way a scholar, right, his entire life was to basically study, right? He's going to take this chicken scratch, which doesn't even have proper Arabic anywhere. Ilaha, no hamza. Illa Allah does not have the dagger alif in scholarly studies like you have it today. But nevertheless, these taglines are everywhere today. If this is truly from the 1800s, 1700s, I would say maybe 1800s, late 1800s, then this is something they threw together to maybe inspired by something in history to create the Islamic religion. You know, I mean, here we go, awesome. They want you to believe that for 1400 years people knew about the 10 qira'at and they had the recitations of them. The Prophet was taught 7 different ways to recite the Quran by the angel Gabriel. But Kitab Allah Muhammad Mujawwid, I think. See, it's not made to be read, it's just made to exist. كتبت الآيات القرآنية ورمز المرسومات العثمانية. I think this one is another scholarly work. Let's check it out. I don't know, for some reason it doesn't seem, something about it doesn't scream ancient to me. This is supposed to be from 1120, discovered this time. Why is it fresher than the last one? It was hundreds of years newer. I mean, I guess, yeah, pages are falling apart, but this is just, it's like they had a marker or something, like just very, I don't want to say printed, but maybe it was scanned from another text, you know? Why all the red? Qada, red, white, and black. I feel like I'm reading the Bible here in Arabic. Very interesting, actually. I'm just trying to mean, this is... This is so that sloppily done. It's like meant to be not readable, you know? I mean, what's the purpose? Okay, wait. Do you want me to believe that the guy wrote in black, and then he took the other pen red, and then he put the other pen in black, and then the one red, and then one black, and then one red, and then one black, and then one red, and then black, and then every other word needs to be black and red. Yeah, I mean, you see how this part is red here? I guess this was the title, but it's like Surat Abasa, right? That's Surah 80. So, I don't know what this is supposed to be about. وأربعون آيات مكية. What? Okay. How did they have this one here? يومه وهو. What is this? Minhu. What is this gibberish here? Ba'a kihin fihu minhu thummahu. Is this like a spell? Am I supposed to manifest like a spirit in front of me here? In Sultan. This is a interesting, it's always this Ta thing. It's nowhere in the... This Ta thing is nowhere in the Hafs. Actually, I'm pretty sure this is part of the Indo-Pak one. I mean, what is even this? How can they not fit it on the page correctly, you know? Or even this one right here. Is this supposed to be read like that? Look, they're supposed to read it like this, and up there is the Ta. How cumbersome is that? Red, white, and black. It's supposed to be a leaf from the Quran, so 16 UU. Alrighty. الوعد أن كنتم صادقين ويعلم الذين كفروا حين لا يكفون عن وجوههم النار. Why do they have this one? ولا عن طهورهم. Maybe we should find out which one this is in. There is again the Ta there. Ta there. It's interesting, you can focus on this one. So you got red dots, black dots, right? Always in that 6 pattern like on the cover. This is supposed to highlight, I think maybe the end of the ayah. Is there a back to this maybe? Yeah, there is. Be delicate. Alright, see, Surah Al-Fatiha. Great, I'm glad they put it in red because there's no way to even freaking tell where the ayahs end anywhere. Is it these green dots? Is that where they end? No. How do you just have to go for... There's no division of ayahs whatsoever. I don't care. They must have added these diacritics in modern times, I think. With a much thinner pen so they can write smaller. Right, look how thick this pen is, look how thin that pen is. That means that these markings, these red ones, are probably more modern. Maybe they use something that looks more ancient in modern times for the black, and something red in modern times. It's like, this is what they're doing. When you write in red, you correct something, right? So they're correcting the Quran. They're saying it's not sufficient. They made this one in black, and they do corrections like you're in school. You know, the teacher just goes in red. Oh yeah, Surah Al-Fatiha. Oh yeah, diacritics here. You messed up here, Rimster. So this is what they mean when they say Quran. Red, white, and black one. So, go here. This is supposed to be from 1600s. This looks like it's from the 1800s. Let's see, anything here? Blank page. Right. Surah Al-Fatiha. Basmillah. What? Oh, okay, they just put this very close together. Ar-Rahman, Ar-Rahim. Again, no ayah division whatsoever. We looked at an older Quran than this. This is like somebody's personal notes or something, I don't know, but usually there's lines, things to separate ayahs, that they're unique sentences here. Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alameen Ar-Rahman Ar-Rahim Maliki Yawmiddin. You know, it's... Okay, let me check something here. If I go to the first one, we only have one more, so... Yeah, look at this. This is how you write Maliki. It's a dagger elf. Because if you do the other way, it sounds like you're saying not is for you, the Yawmiddin, right? Ma. That's okay, you can see that, right? You see this on here? Maliki. Basma. Okay, this means Allah does not have the Yawmiddin. It's not today. Okay, what is Lika? Mad. I don't care if they put here Liki. Doesn't matter. Okay, it's like talking to a woman. Maliki Yawmiddin. And you know what's interesting here is no Hamza. Look, Hamza right here. Alright, there's a Hamza. No Hamza there. Hamzas were added. Yeah, I'm sure they were to this one. Right. Yeah, it's Iyaka. This could be Ayyaka, right? We wouldn't know Ayyaka. Which do we worship? Which God do we worship? Which God do we serve? Is this Ihdina or Ahdina? We guided you. This is why it's so crucial. When they know they can play around with this stuff. There's no shadda here. Asrat. Right. By the way, this thing shows that they did this purposely because there's a dagger alif here, but not here. Look. Dagger alif here, not here. It's here, but not here. But not here. Deliberate. So, this one is Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. They know how to separate the ayahs here, right? But not here. Not here. Not here. A little bit there. I don't know. Some blood, I guess. Why do I hear? The red is corrective. They're trying to say that, yeah, this is a Quran. I mean, I've never seen a book in my life that's passed off as finished, and it's not even complete. Like, it's just... Imagine you're gonna write something, a personal Quran for you. You would make it the best thing possible. Like, it's gonna be passed down. It's a work of art itself, right? It's not a textbook. So this is a book that they have here for the exhibit. It's for free. And guess who wrote this? Oh yeah, that was Muhammad Bukhari wrote that one. And let me show you the red, white, and black. Moses Maimonides. Okay. Now look at this one. Who wrote this? Well, Imam Nawawi, the nuclear one. And I go to another one. This one. Who wrote this one? Same thing. They all used red whenever they wanted to, I think. Al-Ghazali. These are the most famous scholars, probably. All Persians as well. All Persians. Okay, Allah is the light of the heaven and the earth. The verse of light. Sufi thought. Yeah, God is a light. Jesus is the light of the world. The Jews are the light to the nations. Religious law. Neo-Aramaic. Oh, here's the Quran. Is this one? Jami. Nope, this is poetry. Persian poetry here. Jami. Yusuf va Zulaykha. So this is the story they invented, the woman Zulaykha with Yusuf. A love story, right? Egyptian women cut their hands. This is all modern tafsir they used here. There's some truth to it. This is not Arabic, clearly. Torah. Tawrat Musa al-Nabi alayhi salam. Tawrat, really? They call this Tawrat before. Look where it's from. 622. Yohanna Meyer. Who's that? Arpenius. Some Jewish guy, I know. Thomas Arpenius. One of the leading Arabists of all time. He wrote this here. Look, it looked just like the handwriting we looked at today. Arabists. Christian Hebraeus. Joseph Eustace Scaliger. You know who this is? This is the guy that gave us our timeline. Scaligerian history. You can look it up. Okay. Leiden University. Who else is at Leiden University? Remember that guy? The Hamza guy? He's in Leiden University. All they do is lie there. Okay, he's in Leiden University. Forget his name, but maybe it's a good thing. Pentateuchus Moises Arabis. So this is basically the Torah, 5 books of Moses in Arabic. 1622. Well, I-622. Hey, isn't that when the prophet was alive? They say 622, he started preaching in Mecca. Alright, maybe that's where it is. I-622. Look at this. This is the Torah. In Persian writing, Persian font. They use this now in Persian poetry. In Arabic, Persian font, Jewish scripture. Why? By a French guy. A French guy wrote a Jewish book in Arabic, in Persian font. What does that tell you about what they did with the languages and the history? Especially that the manuscript he used had been owned by Christian Hebraeus, Scaliger, and the history comes from this guy. He's a Jesuit. Alright, so here we have, this is a Quran, Istanbul, 18th century. All from the 18th, 17th century, basically. And interesting, this scribe Ali at-Turabi, so the guy that's dust, you know, they actually call Ali in history Abu Turab, by the way. Okay, well-known Ottoman calligrapher Muhammad Mahmud al-Shukri. Okay, look who I did. All this beautiful artwork here. Surah al-Fatiha, right? Fatiha. I don't know why they have to do this long one here. Okay, Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alameen. There's a little la in there, and there isn't, and there's actually no markings whatsoever. None of these symbols. Ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. So they can put the dagger alif here, and here, and here, okay, and here. So why do they put here with the alif? Ma'aliki. What is wrong with you? What's with you? Yamadi. Ta. I'm not sure what the purpose of the ta is there. Again, no hamza. Ayyaka or iyaka? Which one is it? Na'budu. Ayyaka, iyaka. Which do we serve? Which do we call for help? It's like saying which of you? Ayyaka. Ihdina sirat al-mustaqim. Look, they put sirat again, alif, and a dagger alif there. It's only a dagger alif in the Quran. Al-mustaqim. Who hired this guy to make this? He spent so much time on the flowers and everything. He forgot to actually put the Arabic in there. This is disaster. Alihim. Did you see this? So we got 1, not 1, 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. This is not a 7th one. Ghair Maghdub becomes, this is one long ayah in the 7th ayah. But they had to make 7 because they took out the Bismillah from there. See? Ghair Maghdub alayhim wa la. Again, why does dha need to have a fatha, dagger, alif, and the alif there? Why? What is this crown thing? Is that a shadda? Okay, fine, it's a shadda, right? Looks a lot like the Jewish way to put the little crown thing on there. Again, they have to put sab'ata, wahiya, makiya, whatever it is. They always do this, and this is not even in the Quran today. It's like a tradition of Orientalists or post-colonial Arabs, I'm not sure.